you've got a sack of stones that you're carrying with you and you don't need them, don't want them, see Mel.
Woohoo! I love it. So welcome Jo. Jo came to the Switch 3 years ago, right before the first lockdown, and she's had amazing changes and she's happy to tell us all about it. So what happened for you?
What happened for me? I thought I'd been diagnosed as being depressed, and I always had this thought, it's not that. Yes, I got depressed sometimes, but I was never one for not doing stuff or staying in bed, so I didn't think that was right. So Mel put me on the mat and took me back to the beginning, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and we talked about some of those things. And she talked me through my teenage years, and I thought, oh, that's a pretty happy teenager. We got up to about 19, and wait a minute. Headed back up the bus to 16, that's when my mother died suddenly.
Which is so intense.
Mel said, yes, I think we better go back to that. And I remembered as clear as anything, at that very point, thinking, oh, apart from the grief and all the stuff that was going on about missing my mum, the next day I picked up the vacuum cleaner and I started vacuuming the house, which was huge, and I thought, I've got to do this myself now, and this is it was a burden to me. And I just started work, I've been working for 5 weeks, I was 16, had no one to talk to, no counselling, and ever from that time I felt like when I woke up in the morning after a good night's sleep, I felt like I had this big sack of stones that I had to carry around with me all day, and as the day wore on I got more and more tired, and I had no idea it was serious, but I'm sure it was, and being quite determined, I still did everything, but I was always exhausted. I never had the chance to use it as an excuse not to do stuff. I wasn't allowed to not do everything that was my duty, and I never discovered it until 3 years ago when I was quite late 60s, and not to have that burden lifted off, and to be able to let go of all sorts of other stuff. That's not my problem, I'm not worried about that.
No.
So happy and so grateful. Made such a wonderful friendship with this beautiful family as well.
Yes, absolutely.
If you've got a sack of stones that you're carrying with you and you don't need them, don't want them, see Mel.
Woohoo! I love it. No more sacks of stones. Yeah, I agree. We've got to get rid of all those sacks of stones and live happy in the present.
Bubbles and feathers.
Nice. Oh, thank you for sharing your story. You're so inspirational.
I would never have got there without you. Never would have remembered that tiny little incident.
Well, quite a major incident. But
Tiny little vacuuming.
yeah, but the vacuuming, that you formed the belief that set up your life.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
So, thank you, Mel.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
Chris.
Yeah.
Love you lots.
Love you too.
Signing out.
As I pass from dusk to dawn, I can see the shadows long.